Hi, so this is going to be a lesson on a Belton Sutherland song called Blues Number 2, at least as it's known on YouTube. And the tuning for this song is standard tuning, but he does detune each string by a step and a half, so that the bottom string is a D flat, then you've got G flat, and then you've got a B, etc. So the tuning will be in the panel to the right. I think that's the right direction. And yeah, you'll be set to go at least with the tuning that's closest to what he's got on that recording. So what I'll do is just go through the song once and then get into the lesson. So what I'll do to really start this lesson off is just first go over the intro, and the intro will go like this. It really mainly involves the 6th string open and the 4th string, where you start it open and then you hammer into the 2nd fret. And then you just hit those together. So you can hear how it starts with just downstrokes, and then you go down, up, down. Now a couple notes there. Number one, you'll want to mute. You might wonder as you come down how you can avoid playing that 5th string open as well. You don't really want it sounding out. So what you can do is when you hit the hammer on, you can mute the 5th string with just the fleshy part of the tip of your 2nd finger. So I'm just touching that 5th string so it doesn't get played. So that way I can come across all 3 strings and it mutes that 5th string. Now the second point to make is that you might actually catch a few of the open strings on the treble side. Which is totally fine. I'm just kind of emphasizing it a bit more there, but you might kind of faintly catch them, which is all those strings will work, so that's totally good. And that's really just the intro. Now it gets to what he plays while he sings, which will really encompass the rest of the lesson. And at this point, I would just suggest to take a peek at the lyrics, which is in one of the tabs below, and you'll notice a few verses, or you might call them choruses, but I'll just call them verses. So each chunk of those is one verse. For each verse, you'll notice that it's organized into 3 lines. So you can picture the first line as being like the 1 chord, the second line as being like the 4 chord, and the third line as being like the turnaround, 5 chord to the 4 chord, back to the 1 chord. So the way the structure of the song works is that he'll play something while he sings on each of those lines, line 1, line 2, line 3 of each verse. So something over the 1 chord, something over the 4 chord, the second line, something over the turnaround, the third line. Then, so those are really like kind of set in stone, but then after each of those lines, he plays a bundle of licks, I'll call it. And that's really, that bundle of licks is really what you probably hear for most of the song. That's the part that goes like this. And that just gets added at the end after he sings each line. And that'll become more clear as this goes on, but suffice it to say for now, I'll teach you just the bundle that gets played. Now what the bundle is are 4 variations. One variation that goes like this. Second variation goes like this. Third variation goes like this. Sounds a lot like the second variation. And then the fourth variation, which goes like this. Starting with the treble side for all of them, the first variation starts with the top string open, then you bend the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, go back to the top string, so, then you go down to the 5th fret of the 4th string, and give it a slight bend, to the top string, and then you finish it on the 4th string. Open, then 2nd fret. Alright? And try and let that top string ring out as it gets played, and you'll notice that it kind of gets interspersed between the other strings. Alright, so that's the first variation. Then just to complete it, you'll just add in a monotone bass line on the open bottom string. That's the first variation. The second variation, again, this is all part of the bundle, as it's called. So it's very similar to the first variation, this second variation, and it goes like this. So it's practically the same, except that first bend starts on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So open top string, then instead of going here, you do the bend on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So top string open, 3rd fret of the 2nd string, back to the top string, then you finish it the same way. 5th fret of the 4th string, top string, then 0 and 2. Now notice that the bends, you can actually kind of make them sound more moany if you just make them small micro bends. Which might be what you want, or you can do the full bend. But you can kind of get a more like weird sound by hitting by hitting these like smaller bends there, just as one idea. But that's the second variation. So we've got first variation, second variation. Third variation is similar to the second variation, except there's a little bit more of a pull-off thing that happens with some sort of special timing of the pull-off. So starting with the top string, bend the 3rd fret of the 2nd string again, then hit the top string again with the bend still there, still with the bend, now release it, then go to the top string again. So you hit the top string 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Then you hit the 5th fret of the 4th string again and finish it off. Alright. Now to the 4th variation. 4th variation goes like this. It's also got a bit of a pull-off thing that happens. So this time though, you'll start on the 3rd fret of the top string and bend it. Back to open. Then go like this. 3rd fret of the 2nd string and pull off open. Then go back to the top string, 5th fret of the 4th string, top string, and finish it off 0 and 2 on the 4th string. So I'll play all 4 variations in sequence now. Alright. Oh, I didn't play them in sequence. And here's the 4th. Alright, so what we've gone over is the intro. Bundle. Now remember what I was saying where the bundle only gets played after each line of the verse. What gets played over each line of the verse is almost like a normal blues. So on the first line, that's like the 1 chord. It'll go like this. Again, it's like a monotone bass line on the bass side. And then it sounds a little bit like some of the variations of the bundle, but it's a little bit simpler because because he's singing at the same time. But that 1 chord goes like this. Top string open, bend on the 2nd fret of the 3rd, back to the top string, and then 2nd fret of the 4th string. And you just play that 4 times. And bottom string open now with the bass side. I know I'm kind of hopping all over the place, but this is how the bundle ties in, is that after each line, again like I was saying before, he'll play the bundle. And what that means is that he'll use, among those 4 variations, he'll play 2 of them, he might just play 1 of them and repeat it 3 times, he might play 2 of them and play 1 of them twice. Basically he'll kind of improvise and choose a few of those variations to play. And it's really, in terms of how many times he plays it and which variation he plays, it's sort of random, but it's among those 4. So just as one example, he'll go like this. He'll sing, keep singing, and he's just finishing now, and he'll now get into the riff. He might get into the next line of the verse. Singing. Finishes singing. Now he plays a bit of the bundle. So for that second line, it's like he goes to the 4 chord and he'll just play like something like this. So it's just a monotone bass line on the 5 on the 5th string. And you might just bend the 3rd fret of the top string and go back open, and then do the same thing on the 2nd string. 3rd fret, open. So far it's been the 1 chord. Play it 4 times. Then finishes that line, bit of the bundle. Now again, that's random, and you decide to go into the 4 chord now. Now play a bit of the bundle again. Now it's into the 3rd line of the verse, and I hope this makes sense and that you're able to follow along and that I'm not being too confusing. But now you're into the 3rd line of the verse where he starts singing again, and again now it's a bit more of a cookie cutter move that gets played. So he starts with the 5 chord, and that's what gets played. So he starts with the 5 chord and goes to the 4, like that. So 5 chord is the 2nd fret of the 5th string, 1st fret of the 4th, 2nd fret of the 3rd, and 2nd fret of the top E of the top string. So he just starts by strumming it, and then on the last beat he kind of pinches it, hitting top string as well. And then you change into hitting the, now into the 4 chord, the open 5th string, 2nd fret of the 4th string, open 3rd string, and open top string. So and again, monotone bass line on the 5th string, and then he'll hit the 3rd string on the soloing side, on the 3rd string on the 3rd fret, 3rd string open, and then the 2nd fret of the 4th string. So all in all, it's and maybe just repeat that kind of. To the end of the 3rd line. Now you just kind of pick around on a few variations. And that's really the whole structure of the song. And if you listen through to the song, I think you'll kind of start to recognize the pattern. That is that he'll start with that intro, and actually to start things off right after the intro, he just does a bit of the bundle, then he starts to sing. And then he hits a bit of the bundle, take a break from singing. Into the 4 chord, third line. Few hiccups there, but I think you hopefully get the idea. So yeah, I hope most of that was clear. If any of it wasn't, just let me know and I can better explain it. But yeah, hope that helps with blues number 2, and thanks